I watched the debate last night, and one night's debate performance is not a measure of a candidate or a man. This election is about more than one night's debate performance, and it may have been bad. It's about the next 4 years. The contrast with Donald Trump is clear. Donald Trump spewed falsehoods, refused to talk about climate change or child care, declared defeat in Ukraine, and lied about women's reproductive care. Joe Biden has been fighting effectively and strongly for women's health care, for cutting inflation, for defending democracy, and he would never, as Donald Trump did, defend or extol the insurrectionists of January 6th, a threat to our democracy. So I think there's a clear contrast here. I continue to support Joe Biden over Donald Trump without any reservation, and I think that's the choice for the American people.
Respectfully, if I could just ask you this. A couple of months ago, you told me that you thought Justice Sotomayor should consider possibly stepping aside based on her age and her health. How can you say that and just say what you just said about President Biden?
Well, they are two different people in two different positions, and we are choosing a president. Supreme Court justices are not elected, and they are not contrasted with other people. I was with Joe Biden just a few weeks ago in Normandy. He was strong and eloquent in his remarks on the commemoration of the D-Day 80th anniversary and in what he had to say afterward. I am supporting him for this position because there is a choice here. The American people have to view the contrast. And Joe Biden has a record of solid, strong accomplishment, and I want to see him build on it in the next 4 years. Donald Trump had a bad night for other reasons, because he lied, because he showed himself to care more about himself than about the American people. The contrast is clear between Joe Biden, who is fighting for the American people and a vision of America going forward, and Donald Trump, who cares all about himself.
Dick, you got the Democratic National Convention in exactly less than 2 months now. There's talk among some leaders that maybe the president should step down and let somebody else be the nominee. What do you think about that?
I think that Joe Biden continues to be our nominee, and I think that, again, this election is about what he will do in the next 4 years, not about one night of debate performance. And he's had a strong 4 years that he can build on in the next 4 years, and I think that's the sentiment that I see right now in the Democratic Party.
Senator, do you have any reaction to the Supreme Court decision regarding January 6th and saying that Capitol riot defendants can only be charged with obstruction if there is proof that they tried to tamper with or destroy documents?
You know, I just heard briefly about that Supreme Court decision. I think the insurrectionists of January 6th deserve to have the book thrown at them. Donald Trump extols them as heroes. They threatened democracy, the peaceful transfer of power, through violence. They weren't protesters. They were rioters and insurrectionists trying to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. I think that the rule of law ought to be upheld, and they ought to be punished. Thank you.